Ryan Parker's body cam was recording as he pulled Monica Hayes' hands behind her back at the gate to the Willow Creek community. Can the police handcuff a resident without stating the legal grounds? 7:47 p.m. The electronic gate to the Willow Creek community is on East River Drive. The gate camera is recording the entire entrance area. Ring cameras on several houses inside are also recording. A neighbor is filming from the sidewalk with their phone. The gate uses a key card for residents. The streetlights inside the community are on. The silver Lexus stops at the card reader. Monica Hayes is behind the wheel. She holds her key card up to the reader. A green light comes on. The gate starts to slide open to the right. About 3 feet. The gate motor makes a steady humming sound. The car doesn't move. 2 patrol cars pull up behind the Lexus. The doors swing open. Ryan Parker gets out of the first car. Daniel Cole gets out of the second. They both walk quickly toward the Lexus. Ryan Parker goes straight to the driver's side door. Daniel Cole stands near the passenger side. Ryan Parker knocks hard on the car window. Monica Hayes lowers it about halfway. Her hands are on the steering wheel. "Ma'am." Step away from the gate. Monica Hayes stares straight out the window. "I live here." The gate slides open a little more. Ryan Parker looks inside the car. Daniel Cole stands a step back from the passenger door. "We got a report of a break-in." Monica Hayes lifts her key card up to Ryan Parker's eye level. "I just used my card." The green light on the reader is still on. The gate slides another foot or so. Ryan Parker looks through the open gate. Then back at the car. Daniel Cole's eyes scan along the metal fence. A door opens at one of the houses inside the community. A woman steps out onto her porch. Her phone is raised to her face. The ring camera on a nearby house lights up. Recording. Monica Hayes turns off the engine. She opens her door and gets out. She keeps her hands where they can be seen. A brown leather purse is slung over her left shoulder. "I'm Monica Hayes, Assistant Attorney General for the state of California." She opens her wallet. Her driver's license is placed on the hood of the Lexus. Her California Department of Justice ID is placed next to it. Ryan Parker picks up the driver's license to look at it. The address on it reads 2487 Willow Creek Drive. That house is less than 20 yards from where they're standing. Ryan Parker turns and walks back to his patrol car. Daniel Cole stays where he is, near Monica Hayes. Daniel Cole looks down at the ID on the hood. He looks at the ring camera mounted on the brick wall by the gate. Another car drives by on the street. Slowing down for a few seconds, Ryan Parker gets in his patrol car. The radio clicks on. Dispatch answers after a few seconds. The license is valid. No outstanding warrants. Dispatch reads the name Monica Hayes back. Dispatch says the name shows up on the State Attorney General's office database. Ryan Parker clicks off the radio. He closes the car door and walks back to the gate. The electronic gate is still halfway open. The Lexus hasn't moved. Ryan Parker places the driver's license back on the hood. "We need to search your vehicle." Monica Hayes is standing by her car door. "On what grounds?" Ryan Parker looks around the gate area. Daniel Cole stands still on the other side of the car. "You seem nervous." The neighbor takes a few steps closer. The phone is still pointed at the gate. Monica Hayes points toward the open gate. "I'm trying to go home." Daniel Cole looks at Ryan Parker. "Should we call a supervisor?" Ryan Parker shakes his head. "Not necessary." A light wind makes the gate rattle. The streetlights inside the entrance are now fully lit. The ring camera is still recording. Monica Hayes picks up her ID from the hood. She puts it back in her wallet. "I've already shown you my identification." Ryan Parker takes another step closer. "Put your hands behind your back." Monica Hayes doesn't move from her spot by the car door. "I am cooperating." Daniel Cole turns his head to look at Ryan Parker. "You haven't told me the reason." Ryan Parker didn't answer. He grabbed Monica Hayes' wrists and pulled her arms behind her. The metallic click of the handcuffs was clear on his body cam as he locked them behind Monica Hayes' back. The sound of the metal cuffs still echoed on Ryan Parker's body cam recording. The electronic gate behind Monica Hayes was still half open. The doorbell cameras of 3 houses continued to record the entrance. The neighbor's phone was still pointed directly at the gate. The silver Lexus was still in front of the card reader. The green light on the card reader had gone out. Ryan Parker held Monica Hayes' wrists for a few seconds, then let go. Her hands were still cuffed behind her back. Daniel Cole stood about 2 steps away. Daniel Cole's body cam was also recording. Monica Hayes stood next to the door of the Lexus. Her leather handbag was still on her left shoulder. For what reason? Ryan Parker didn't answer. He picked up the driver's license from the hood of the car. Her professional ID was still lying next to it. Parker looked it over one more time. Daniel Cole glanced at the gate. Another car drove by on the street and slowed down. The driver looked at the open gate. Ryan Parker reached for the radio on his shoulder. Dispatch. Confirm the address for the call. The sound of the radio was faint on the body cam recording. Dispatch read back the call information. The call reporting a suspected break-in was logged at 7:44 p.m. The address for the call was 2847 Willow Creek Drive. Ryan Parker looked up at the address plaque in front of the gate. The plaque read 2487 Willow Creek Drive. The 2 addresses were 4 houses apart. Daniel Cole looked at Parker. Wrong address. Ryan Parker didn't respond. He placed the driver's license back on the hood of the Lexus. Monica Hayes' professional ID was still there. The doorbell cameras continued to record from the front. Monica Hayes stood still beside the car door. Her hands were still locked behind her back. The electronic gate was still open. The wind made the gate vibrate slightly. I'm being detained without being told why. Ryan Parker walked around to the back of the Lexus. He looked into the rear compartment through the window. Daniel Cole stood by the passenger side door. He looked inside the car. Ryan Parker walked back to the front. He picked up the professional ID from the hood. The street light reflected off the card with the State of California seal. The name Monica Hayes and her title, Assistant Attorney General, were printed below the photo. Ryan Parker looked at it for a few seconds, then put the card back down. We're going to check the vehicle. Monica Hayes remained still by the car door. Daniel Cole turned to look at Parker. We haven't stated a reason for detaining her. Ryan Parker walked closer to the Lexus. He looked through the rear passenger window. A pair of file folders sat on the passenger seat. A small cloth bag was on the floor below the seat. The neighbor took 2 more steps forward on the sidewalk. His phone was still aimed at the gate. The doorbell camera of the house on the right recorded the entire scene in front of the gate. Ryan Parker pulled on the rear door of the Lexus. It didn't open. The car had locked after Monica Hayes got out. Parker turned to the front door. The driver's door was still open. Ryan Parker leaned down to look inside the car. Daniel Cole stood behind Monica Hayes. Her hands were still cuffed behind her. I've already shown you my identification. Ryan Parker didn't answer. He stepped back from the car door. Parker looked over at the address plaque mounted on the brick pillar. The number 2487 was clear under the light. Parker's radio crackled with the voice from dispatch again. Dispatch repeated the address of the call. 2847 Willow Creek Drive. Ryan Parker lifted his radio but didn't say anything. He put the radio back in its holder. Daniel Cole looked at Parker. Should we call the sergeant? Ryan Parker shook his head. He walked to the back door of the patrol car. He opened the rear door. Ryan Parker turned back toward Monica Hayes. Walk toward the vehicle. Monica Hayes took 1 slow step toward the patrol car. Her hands were still locked behind her back. Daniel Cole stepped to the side to clear a path. Cole's body cam recorded the entire movement. Monica Hayes stopped in front of the open rear door of the patrol car. I demand to know the basis for my detainment. Ryan Parker didn't answer. He placed a hand on the top of Monica Hayes' head. Parker bent down and pulled the patrol car's back door open wider. The neighbor on the sidewalk shouted toward the gate. His phone was still recording. She lives here. Ryan Parker didn't look in that direction. Daniel Cole glanced at the neighbor. Then back at Parker. The electronic gate behind them was still half open. Ryan Parker took Monica Hayes' arm and guided her to sit in the back seat of the patrol car. Her feet stepped up onto the car's threshold. Daniel Cole stood outside the door. The body cam recorded the sound of the car door shutting behind Monica Hayes. The back door of the patrol car closed behind Monica Hayes. Ryan Parker's body cam was still recording. Daniel Cole walked around to the passenger side. The electronic gate behind them was still halfway open. The silver Lexus was still in front of the card reader. The neighbor's phone was still pointed toward the gate. Ryan Parker got into the driver's seat. Daniel Cole sat in the front passenger seat. The patrol car's engine started. The car reversed out of the driveway. The electronic gate began to slide shut behind the Lexus. The doorbell camera of the house near the gate continued to record. The patrol car turned onto East River Drive. The streetlights along the road were on. The body cam was still recording the sound inside the car. Monica Hayes sat in the back seat. Her hands were still cuffed behind her back. Her leather handbag sat on the seat next to the door. "I demand to know the basis for my arrest." Ryan Parker stared straight ahead. The car kept heading downtown. Daniel Cole glanced in the rearview mirror for a few seconds. Nothing from the front seat. The patrol car pulled up to the gate of the Sacramento police station at 8:18 p.m. An external security camera recorded the car entering the parking lot. Ryan Parker turned off the engine. Daniel Cole opened the passenger door. Ryan Parker got out and opened the back door. Monica Hayes stepped out from the back seat. Her hands were still cuffed behind her back. She stood next to the patrol car in the parking lot. A security camera on a light pole recorded the entire area. Ryan Parker led Monica Hayes through a side door of the station. Daniel Cole followed behind them. The glass door opened with an employee keycard. They walked down a hallway that led to the booking area. Sergeant Laura Mitchell was sitting behind the booking desk. Laura Mitchell was in her duty uniform. A ceiling camera in the booking area was recording. Ryan Parker placed the arrest report on the desk. Arrest for obstruction. Laura Mitchell looked over the form. Laura Mitchell looked up at Parker. The address listed in the report was 2487 Willow Creek Drive. Laura Mitchell looked over at Monica Hayes. What was the address of the call? Ryan Parker didn't answer right away. Daniel Cole stood behind the desk. 2847 Willow Creek. Laura Mitchell stood up from her chair. Laura Mitchell picked up an ID card from the desk. The California state seal was above the photo. The name Monica Hayes was clearly visible below it. Laura Mitchell opened the computer on her desk. The official website for the California Attorney General's office was on the screen. Monica Hayes' photo and name appeared in the department leadership directory. Laura Mitchell looked at Ryan Parker. "Take the cuffs off. Now." Ryan Parker walked over to Monica Hayes. The sound of metal unlocking echoed in the booking area. Monica Hayes' hands were brought to her front. Monica Hayes placed her hands on the booking desk. She looked at Laura Mitchell. "I need all the records." Laura Mitchell nodded. Laura Mitchell turned to Daniel Cole. "Get the body cam and dispatch data." Daniel Cole removed the body camera from his vest and placed it on the desk. Ryan Parker put his body camera next to it. Laura Mitchell made a note on the intake form. Monica Hayes stood quietly at the desk. Her purse was placed on the countertop. Her driver's license and her ID were put back in her wallet. The ceiling camera continued to record. Ryan Parker and Daniel Cole stood about 2 steps back from the desk. Laura Mitchell made an internal call to the shift commander's office. 3 days later, video from 4 sources was copied into the investigation file. Ryan Parker's body cam, Daniel Cole's body cam, the doorbell camera at the Willow Creek gate, and the video from a neighbor's cell phone. The video was sent to the Sacramento City Internal Affairs Unit. The file was also sent to the Federal Civil Rights Division. 9 months later, a federal grand jury handed down an indictment. Ryan Parker and Daniel Cole were charged with depriving a citizen of their civil rights under color of law. The federal trial was held in Sacramento. 51 minutes of video was shown to the jury. The 4 camera angles were played side by side on the courtroom screen. Ryan Parker and Daniel Cole stood in court for their sentencing. The verdict was read in the Sacramento Federal Courthouse. Ryan Parker received 12 years in federal prison. Daniel Cole received 4 years in federal prison. Monica Hayes' civil lawsuit was settled by the city of Sacramento. $2.3 million was paid out in the agreement. The settlement required mandatory training on constitutional rights. An independent monitoring system was established. Traffic stop data had to be reported quarterly. The city agreed to 5 years of federal oversight. A 203-page federal investigation report was later published. The report documented numerous cases of improper stops and detentions over an 8-year period. After the report, the Sacramento chief of police submitted his resignation. Several shift commanders and unit supervisors were reassigned or relieved of duty. The video of the incident at the Willow Creek Gate was incorporated into training programs at multiple police academies in other states. Monica Hayes continued to work at the California Attorney General's office. She still lives in the house on Willow Creek Drive. The electronic gate to the community still opens with a keycard. The silver Lexus still drives through that gate every day. If you think this story is something more people should know about, please share this video. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to see more stories like this, subscribe to the Power Misplaced Stories channel.